Good evening. Welcome to Bedtime Stories for Little Borderites. My name's Dr. Granger. Tonight I'll be reading The Lion Inside. Thank you to the Blaine Primary Library for sending this book over for me. In a dry, dusty place where the sand sparkled gold stood a mighty flat rock, all craggy and old. And under that rock, in a tiny full house, lived the littlest, quietest, meekest brown mouse. He was so very tiny, so incredibly small, that nobody noticed him ever at all. He got stepped on and sat on, he missed out on stuff, ignored and forgotten. His mouse life was tough. Sometimes we have tough days too, Borderites. It's okay, tomorrow's a better day. Meanwhile, far above, on top of the rock, times were quite different. It was lion o'clock. This huge toothy creature made sure everyone saw how important he was and how loud he could roar. Lions like to roar to show they're the king of the kingdom. He was head of the pack. He was shouty and proud. He loved flexing his biceps and wowing the crowd. Yes, all were impressed by this mighty king cat. If only, thought Mouse, I could be more like that. Have we ever wondered or wanted to be more like someone that we're not? Then late one dark night, in his tiny mouse bed, the cleverest thought popped into his head. He leaped up in the darkness and held up a paw. I've got it, he said. What I need is a roar. Roar! I mean, what if this mouse, with the weeniest squeak, were a little more grrr and a little less meek? Well, he'd still be the smallest of fuzzy brown mice, but he'd make friends and join in, and life would be nice. It's always good to have friends. Yes, thought the mouse, I must find out how. I will learn how to roar, and I will learn it now. But it wouldn't be easy. There was only one beast who could teach him this thing, but might make him a feast. It was time to be strong, take a chance after all. Forever was such a long time to feel small. So he made himself brave, and he thought like a winner. He set off to the top, hoping not to be dinner. It felt like the scariest thing he could do, but if you want things to change, you must first have to change you. The further he climbed, the closer he got to the slumbering lion reclining on top. Then, at last, as he stood on his tippy toes, he found himself suddenly nose to nose. Pardon me. Wake up, Mr. Lion. You've got company? Squeak. Mr. Lion, what I've come to you for is, do you think you could teach me your roar? A silence befell the twinkling plain. Lion opened his eyes and puffed out his mane. Time went slowly. It felt like a week. Then he opened his mouth and let out a eek! The lion curled up in a terrified ball. He didn't like this, not one bit at all. Don't hurt me, he whimpered. Oh, try to be nice. Well, this mighty great lion was frightened of mice. How many people are frightened of mice? Don't worry, Mouse peeped. I'm here as a friend. Let's hang out together, be pals to the end.